Hi everyone, let's make amaRhewu together. Just a disclaimer, I don't have any particular measurements that I used. I literally thumb-sucked and measured according to the amount of amaRhewu that I wanted. So please, this process needs a lot of discretion in terms of use according to what you will need, but I will share what I decided to do. Hopefully even the video will help you get an idea of the amounts that I used for my ingredients. So basically, let's start the process. Here I am making the base of my amaRhewu. So the base in isiXhosa, it's referred to umlumiso, and then some people also call it idecha. So it's basically the small base of that you need to start your process of amaRhewu. So usually what happens, just a backstory, so what happens is that before you start your process, what happens is that usually if you're in a village, you go to your neighbor, ask them for a small amount of amaRhewu that they had left, that you will use to start your own amaRhewu. This helps with speeding up the process basically. So I hope I've explained that kakuhle. But basically I don't have any neighbor with amaRhewu at this point, so I had to make the base first, because no one had amaRhewu and I can't ask for a little bit from anyone that has already fermented. So I had to start there. So here I just made normal porridge, maize meal porridge, but I just made a small amount, just enough to make my base. So here I'm basically cooling it off, and then I added some sugar, which I am honestly supposed to be adding it during after it has totally cooled down, but I added it before it cooled down, but that's not really a train smash. So as you can see, I don't really have any particular measurements. I just kept tasting it according to my liking, but I just didn't want to make it very sweet. That was the aim for my amaRhewu. I wanted to be sweet but not very sweet, because I also wanted that nice fermented sour taste to be dominant. So here I'm adding yeast. So I just put a quarter, just a small amount. I'm using a tablespoon. Is this a tablespoon or teaspoon? I'm not sure now. I'm looking at it while editing and I'm like, what's that? But basically teaspoon, just a quarter amount, not a lot, because also I don't like the taste of yeast, too much yeast. So here it was just to put enough for my porridge to ferment basically, and then I closed it off, and then I'm going to put it aside for a few days, but even then I'm going to check it out. Also, please note, this was just a few hours later. I basically wanted to check it out, just check the viscosity, basically the how do I explain viscosity, how runny I wanted to be basically. And then this is the next day in the morning, early morning. I was excited to go see the progress of my porridge, and as you can see, there's bubbles. So I took a spoon and just mixed it, because what happens is that it saturates. So the pulpy porridge goes to the top, and then the water remains at the bottom. So that's what happens during the process basically. So here I'm just mixing it up just to make sure that it's still fine. So as you can see, it's got bubbles, so that means the fermentation process is taking place. If you feel like your porridge is a bit pulpy and tough, please add some lukewarm water so that the fermentation process is not interrupted. So here, this was the next day, and then I am mixing it up as well, so it has saturated. So I just wanted to make sure that it's still fine, not too much, not too thick. And as I mentioned, that if you feel like your porridge is a bit thick, add lukewarm water so that the fermentation process is not interrupted. So 4 days later, at this point, I'm going to make my Mageu now. So the base is literally in a good state, as you can see. So I decided to close it up and then start my other Mageu now, like the actual big Mageu. So I got a few stuff. I got maize meal, sugar, and a strainer. And then I also went to the shops to get a big bucket because I didn't have a container that is big to mix up my Mageu. So here I'm just checking whether the lid, will I be able to close it, and unfortunately this bucket is not those type of buckets, so I had to decide whether I like it or not, and I like it. It looks so pretty. Here I was with my daughter, so she was helping me out. So when I got home, I washed the bucket, and yeah, basically because it's first time use, so we had to clean it up. So this is 15 liters. Initially I was looking for 20 liters, but I was only just making 10 liters. The aim was to make about 10 liters worth of amaRhewu because I didn't want to make a lot, and then because particularly here I was making it for a potluck that we were having, where we cooked different traditional foods to share, and also to just basically. So this, I was making it for a lot of people, not a lot, but I didn't want to make a lot and then it stays, and then I don't know what to do with it. Basically, that's what I mean. So here I'm just washing the bucket, and then this is before I started with my Mageu, because I was just wanting to, as soon as the porridge is ready, I just start the process. So here I'm starting with the porridge. I'm cooking it. So here the aim is to make 2 big pots of Mageu. I'm using 2 pots because I don't have that big pot, so I wanted to simultaneously cook both pots so that I don't cook one porridge and then I have to wait for the other and stuff like that. So this process worked for me. As you can see, I don't have any particular measurements. I'm making according to how much I need. Also, do let me know if you'd like to get specific instructions on how to make porridge, because I do know even that process is not easy. So do let me know in the comment section, would you like me to show you how to make porridge? If so, let me know, because here I just did a quick overview of the porridge part. Also, if you have any questions, do put them in the comment section and I will get to them. Okay, so let's make our porridge. So my porridge is ready. So I just wanted to check up on my decha, which is umlumiso, or my base, and it's still fine. So here I'm just preparing to strain my Mageu, the new ones that I just made. So basically, I'm doing this to remove any lumps from my Mageu because I want it to be nice, to be a nice lumpless drink that people can enjoy. So basically that is what I'm doing here. So as soon as I was done with straining my Mageu, this is still the Mageu with the new one that I just made. I took some sugar. Please note at the beginning I used brown sugar and now I'm using white sugar. There's no particular reason for that, but I just feel like a brown sugar, it takes time to get to that point that you want. You literally need to use the whole 2 kg packet. So I decided to get white sugar because white sugar just, it gets to the point faster. So there's no particular reason that I'm using brown sugar for my base and then white sugar for this one. There's no, you literally can use brown sugar throughout or white sugar throughout if you want. So I added sugar, tasted, and I was happy with the taste. Bear in mind, even my base had some sugar as well, so I was trying to strike a balance between the two because I still didn't want my Mageu to be too sweet, but I also wanted that sweet taste to balance out the sour ne? So I go back to my umlumiso, and then I just checked it out, and then it was literally in a very good state. It smells so good and fermented. So here I'm just mixing it up, and then I'm also going to be straining it into the new Mageu basically. So now I'm mixing them up. This literally the base actually helps ferment the new Mageu. So as I did say that usually in the villages, a person goes to their next door neighbor, asks them for a little bit of any Mageu that they already have to start their own Mageu, because it helps speed up the process. So literally, if I had a neighbor or whoever that already had a Mageu, this process would have taken me 2 days, but it literally took me almost the whole week, because I was literally trying to ferment the first base of my Mageu, and then I cooked new Mageu. This whole process will be ending in the next day after this straining part that I'm doing here. So I'm mixing them up, and I'm also straining it into amaRhewu. So yeah, it was a bit thick, so I needed a spoon to just push it all in, but I just wanted to make sure that I don't have any lumps that sip into my Mageu. This is what I have left of my sifting of my Mageu. So here I'm mixing everything up. I'm not sure whether you can see, but there's already bubbles coming up to just show that my Mageu are literally fermenting. And then basically I put it away, and yeah, look at that bubble. Every time I saw bubbles, I was so happy because it shows that my Mageu are on the right track. So the next day, I woke up bright and early because I wanted to put amaRhewu in the fridge. So basically by doing that, you literally stop the whole fermentation process. So I wanted to stop the process. I was happy with the taste. There I was taking a spoon of amaRhewu to my husband to taste. I'm not really how do I put this? I haven't really been exposed to homemade Mageu that much, so I wanted him to taste so that he can tell me whether the taste is actually something he's used to. And he was very happy with the taste. So I took amaRhewu, I started straining them just to make sure that literally all the lumps are gone. But midway, honestly, I decided to stop this whole process because it was just taking time, and I had already strained them. It was just me being a perfectionist, really. And then I took a jug, and then I put amaRhewu in the big 10-liter bottle that I wanted to put in the fridge, and also I was going to use that to transport them. But basically yeah, I enjoyed this whole process. It's a labor of love, basically. When your Mageu are ready and your family is enjoying them, your friends and everyone, it always feels so worth it. A lot of people enjoyed it, and if you'd like to make your own and have some questions, please put it down in the comment section and I'll try my best to answer. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments, what else would you like me to show you? I've already indicated that I'd like to show you guys how to make actual porridge, because it's not really easy to do that. It's literally, it does need some level of skill to it. So just let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. So let's finish up the video and you'll see the end results.